So Kevin Durant, there's a few things that have, kind of gone on that I think is interesting. First off, he tweeted, "My legacy has never been stronger. Who really cares?" About that. But the real juice is this one. Listen to this, okay? Kevin Durant could be holding out of training camp, according to Brian Windhorst. So let's talk about it. I want to hear your thoughts down below. Shout out Larry Brown at Larry Brown Sports for this information. I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you think Kevin Durant will hold out of training camp? And yeah, so that's basically it. And let's get right into it. Like and subscribe. 6% of you aren't subscribed. We're on the way to 10,000, about to be at 8,000. So hit that subscribe button. Now, Brian Windhorst spent much of his Friday episode, Brian Windhorst and the Hoop Collective podcast, talking about Durant's situation. Windhorst said he felt the Nets won the recent showdown between Durant and the team owner, Joe Tsai. But Windhorst doesn't necessarily think that means all is over between the sides. In fact, Windhorst said he now could see a world where Durant holds out of training camp. Quote, "A week ago, if you had asked me, will Kevin Durant hold out of training camp if he's not traded, I would have been like, I can't see it. Now, I can see it. This is what we're headed towards," Windhorst said. Some analysts speculate that the Nets would play hardball with Durant. Brooklyn's calculation would have depended upon Durant's love of basketball. The thinking was KD loves playing too much to sit out a season in order to get his way. Now, Windhorst says he thinks a scenario of Durant sitting out could be on the table. That's very interesting. If obviously, if true, okay, because we don't know, obviously, take everything with a grain of salt. But this Kevin Durant news, it feels like we've been here on loop for forever. Every single day, there's a new front that I'm reporting on. But I don't know what to expect, okay, with Kevin Durant anymore. But, because is Jaylen Brown, I think everyone agrees, a Jaylen Brown or a Brandon Ingram trade. A Brandon Ingram or a Jaylen Brown trade is the only, two players that I don't even think they're available, but if they're the only two that I think in the packages that teams, I would want, I'd rather have Brandon Ingram or Jaylen Brown over Bam Adebayo. Or I don't even know what else they could get at this point. And the whole situation is just murky, okay? Do I think Kevin Durant will hold out? Maybe. I just think at this point, Kevin Durant, I don't know where you can go. There's not a lot of assets for a team. In this part, I do think it's a bit selfish on his front that... So you remember how a few weeks ago at this point, several weeks ago, they allegedly granted Kyrie and his agent the opportunity to go, I guess Kyrie himself, because he represents himself, and they allowed him to negotiate with the Lakers and other teams to see what trade offers they could offer him. And we didn't really see if anything came from fruition with that. I wonder if they'll be like, we've explored trades for you, we haven't came up with anything. Durant, how about you and your team go out and talk to the teams that you could potentially want, come up with a package that seems fair, because I just think at this point, let's find a fair package. Let's see what is able to, go out and get a fair deal or assessment for you. And Durant has to obviously know what he's worth, and he wants to negotiate. Have him negotiate with the team and be like, okay, we need to keep these players, trade all these bums, and they're not bums, but you feel what I'm saying? And that way they're able to basically, I think, if Durant is able to talk with the teams that are interested in trading with him, let's come up with a realistic package that he feels like he's not, leaving the Nets with no assets. Let's get him some assets and let's create a fair trade value. I don't know if that's feasible or not, but if it is, that I think would be the ideal route for both parties to, at this point, take a chance in trying to figure out. I've said it before, I think the whole situation is an interesting one because, again, it's not ideal. B, it's probably not what anybody wanted, and he is under contract for 4 more years. Where you're going to sit out for 4 years? I don't think that's going to happen, but I wonder. So, with that being said, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section. What do you guys think of this news and why? But that's basically it from me, guys. I hope you guys do have a great day. But go check out my NFL channel and my NBA show. Links are in the description.